Hey, what's up guys, it's Lord Civic, and in today's video I'm going to be explaining to you guys why you should get your OLED TV professionally calibrated and what many benefits you will see from doing just that. Before we hop in, I just want to give a special shout out to the YouTuber Cave. Love his content. He actually was the one that brought this little device to my attention because I watch a lot of his videos. And after I saw him rave about this, I was just like, let me just get it. Then afterwards, he also made tutorial videos on how to dial in each specific setting from Dolby Vision, HDR cinema mode, HDR gaming, SDR gaming. And without him, this thing would not have come to my attention. But I'm also going to link his tutorial videos in the description below, and I'm going to be referencing him throughout. So again, thank you and special shout out to him. In this video, I'm going to be covering a couple of points. First and foremost, what exactly is professionally calibrating? I know for me, myself, I didn't truly understand exactly what professionally calibrating was. I was a little misguided on the details of it. So I'll cover that for the viewers that don't know exactly or were in the same boat as I was a little while ago. I'm also going to be talking about the many benefits you will see from it and the different stuff that you won't have to do anymore after getting your TV professionally calibrated. And then last but not least, I'm going to be talking about this little device and other avenues and ways you can get your professionally calibrated TV professionally calibrated if you don't want to do it yourself. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please make sure to shoot them away in the comments below. And with saying that, if you guys like what you see, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. With saying that, let's hop right in. So first and foremost, what is professional calibration? What is the difference between professionally calibrating and calibrating or basic TV settings? So basic TV settings or calibrating, first and foremost, is changing the very static specific settings that you can on a TV. Honestly, the best way to explain it is surface value settings. So that means brightness, contrast, sharpness, dynamic contrast, black levels, all those stuff you can dial in from just clicking a button on your controller and going to specific settings. Now the difference between that and professionally calibrating is, I guess the best way to say it, is doing stuff under the hood. Now the great thing about having an OLED TV is an OLED TV already has one of the three things that you need to professionally calibrate a TV, and that is a color pattern generator. A color pattern generator is some pretty expensive software or tech, and it already comes built into the OLED, so you're already saving money by having an OLED. Well, not saving money because OLEDs are already expensive, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's already built in. So next, the only other thing you need is the software, and then as I said, the hardware that I use the X-Rite i1 display. So what professionally calibrating your TV does is, with the color pattern generator, putting this hardware device on the center part of the screen or wherever the color pattern generator is, and then having the software set up, and I recommend using a laptop when it's doing it. It's kind of hard to do with a desktop unless your desktop is directly next to your TV. Is what it does is it changes the way that colors look on your display and gets it as, if not as close as possible to the professional level. So that means colors like red, yellow, blue, green, purple, orange, every color, even the most important colors on a display on an OLED, of course, is white, gray, and black. And it gets those values as close as possible. And I'm telling you right now, like, it sounds like, oh, just, okay, colors are a little more realistically toned and different stuff. Oh, whoop-de-doo. It is a huge difference, and it just drastically changes the way that you look at TV, movies, or even games. So now we're gonna hop over to what exactly differences and stuff you are going to see when you get your TV professionally calibrated. So let's hop into the many benefits on what you're going to get from professionally calibrating your display. Now, first and foremost, an OLED TV, in my honest opinion, additionally to all the, I guess I would say, icing on top benefits to getting an OLED, are BFI mode, filmmaker mode, HDMI 2.1, FreeSync, G-Sync. Like, this TV just comes to so much, man. But the three core important details to OLEDs, and I would say even the older modern ones, are first and foremost picture quality. Second, perfect contrast, perfect blacks, perfect whites. As Thanos says, perfectly balanced as all things should be. And then last but not least, color vibrancy with a hint of color accuracy. As I just spoke before, the TV on its default are a lot of the colors and stuff are out of whack until you professionally calibrate it. And after you professionally calibrate it, you get all those specific colors dialed into absolute perfection. If any of those three variables are out of play, then they don't just all fall apart, I would say, because an OLED still, even out of the box, is very impressive. But when you have all those things dialed in, you are going to get elevated to performance on an OLED. I would say, Ravcast says 50% increase. I say at minimum 40% increase. It is a drastic difference between a non-professional and professional OLED. So first and foremost, let's talk about the actual specific details and stuff that I noticed when I got my TV professionally calibrated. At the time of professionally calibrating my TV, I was playing Ghost of Tsushima, and I still am playing. It's a very long game, but when I play the game, I noticed a lot of the character models look oily, reflective, plasticky, non-realistically tone-like, right? And I thought that was just by the game's design. But when all these developers and movie designers and all these people are creating all this content for games and movies and TV shows, is they're doing all of this on a very professionally calibrated monitor or display or whatever they're doing their work on. Now, with saying that, after I calibrated my display, all those character models that look plasticky, reflective, their skin tones were realistic, and they just look absolutely insane. It is a very drastic difference. When you go outside and you look at the flora and different stuff on Ghost of Tsushima, everything is colorful, but that's not how real life is. Grass is not going to be as colorful as the flowers and the trees and different stuff like that. And with saying the green, more realistically toned, and the red and the yellow, all the flora and everything, it makes everything that popped before literally scream. Everything just looks mind-bogglingly impressive. Movies, explosions, lighting effects, color detail on costumes. Everything is just like, I'm telling you, I'm talking about it, and like you see it here on the TV display, and I was tinkering the settings to get it as close as possible to pick up the absolute greatness that this professionally calibrated display does, but even I can't showcase it. Like, the camera won't do it. It's something you gotta see with your own eyes, and I'm telling you guys, it is literally the greatest upgrade you can do to your OLED. It is just absolutely mind-boggling tech. Did you see it? Movies, game, I don't have to tinker anything. I don't have to touch my Rhone anymore. As I said, I'm a tinkerer. I've only had to touch it once, and that's because I did an error on my part. I'm telling you guys right now, the difference that you will see when you get your TV professionally calibrated is not only huge, it's not big, it is absolutely astronomical. And your eyeballs and your TV will be very, very grateful of the difference that you will see. Now, with saying that, let's hop into exactly how to get your TV calibrated. So last but not least, let's talk about exactly how to calibrate your display and the different avenues and ways you can take. Yes, you can go to Best Buy, and I believe on their website it is $250 to get your TV calibrated. And yes, that is cheaper than what I spent to calibrate my display using the i1 display, X-Rite i1 display, and then getting the Calman software. I believe this was about $259, and then the Calman software was $149. Now, with saying that, that is $400, right, to spend on the hardware and the software of it. But here, this is my reasoning, and it may apply to you as well, is first and foremost, I know I probably am in the minority of people that have two OLED displays, but also, when you think about it, if you ever want to tinker with your TV again, or the specific settings aren't dialed in the exact way that you want, I don't think Best Buy will come back to your house and give you a free, recalibration. Like, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you have to pay us again, you want this dialed in a specific way. And I believe that's $250, and I would think that, I might be wrong, but I would think that even third-party developers, or even Best Buy, not developers, it's gaming, third-party people would have you repay to get it recalibrated. Now, also, additionally, I have friends and family that also have OLEDs, so I don't have to be like, oh, you want your TV to look like mine, you have to go to Best Buy and spend $250. I'll just be like, oh, I'll come over, I'll calibrate your TV for you, I don't mind. And yeah, there's other different avenues. There's third party, there's Best Buy, there's other hardware that you could use, but this was what RavCave recommended, and I found it very, very easy to use, especially with its tutorials and stuff like that. But here, before we leave, let me just tell you guys right now, calibrating your OLED is gonna drastically change the experience that you get from it's. I'm telling you right now, it's like I'm literally looking at the TV and my retinas literally can't believe what I'm looking at. As I said, I've tried to tinker with the camera settings as best as possible to showcase exactly what I'm seeing, but it's not even like close. It is beautiful. It's something you gotta see with your own eyes, and as I said, your eyeballs and your TV will be grateful from the benefits it comes to professionally calibrating. It is not that tricky of a process. If you have a nice laptop or a desktop that's really close to your TV, you can do it from there. It's a very simple and easy process, especially with Rav Cave's videos. He makes it very easy. I cannot just say enough and enough for calibrating your TV. Even I literally am doing this video before I do my 77-inch and 48-inch reviews because I want to reference to it that if you get an OLED, please get it professionally calibrated. Even if you don't do it yourself, I'd still recommend at least Best Buy or some other party developer to do it. Now, with saying that, thank you guys again so much for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, as I said in the beginning, please make sure to shoot them away in the comments below. Also, hit that like, subscribe button. And saying that, I hope you guys have a good day.